Hey, put that back. I was reading that. Jeez. Anyways, it is me, the Enlightened One, your favorite cartoon friend. And we're here to bring you a show. Let's find out what that show is.
You have reached the Magician's Assistant. If this is the Enlightened One, today's episode is... Screw You.
Screw me? What the? Lucky for you, I wrote this on my hand. What the hell does that say? Fear the Sphere.
What the bloody hell? Where's he gone?
Oh, sorry about that. Welcome everyone to...
Do we have to do this?
Everyone. Oh, frick! I knew this was going to happen.
Go ahead.
Oh, welcome everyone to Wrestling with the Paranormal. I'm, of course, the patron saint of professional wrestling, that gingered up, bubbly, paranormal son of a bitch. I am Canada Dry.
And I am, of course, the Magician. This is the only paranormal show made for wrestling fans by wrestling fans.
What do we have on the... Well, do we want to just address the elephant in the room?
No, not yet. Not ready for yet. But you know what? We're going to be professional. We've got a show to do. But anyway, go ahead.
All right. So what do we have on the show today?
Right then. So we've got the Vault. We've got a good main event. And I think that's it.
All right. When do you want to talk about this?
I don't know. Right? Do you know what I mean? It's been a long week. I am sick and tired of getting tagged in stuff all freaking week. So yeah, at the minute I'm pretty pissed. And to top it all off, the clocks have gone back an hour.
Okay, so which was kind of funny because this happened to us last year around the same time, and we fell for it again. We got locked into the trap.
We did.
Hey, Joseph Graham. Liam, why can't we move past this? You know, we're good friends. You know, come on.
Look, for the sake of today's show, I will be trying to be as professional as I can, but I'm not promising anything. All right?
Listen, we got what do you need?
I don't know. Right now, do you know what I mean? I'm still angry. All right? I've never been this angry ever.
Okay. Let us get into the vault.
It looks like it's time to open up the vault.
Do you know the combination? So anyway, what's in the vault this week?
Come on, we gotta have some banter. Now,
What's in the vault?
Do you know how well last week's episode did?
I'm sorry. Do you want to say that again? Because it kind of glitched out.
Oh, I'm sorry. Do you know how well last week's episode did?
I do not.
We killed it. Me, you, and George, we took that ball and we hit a home run.
Okay.
So we did amazing. Our best. People are telling us that we're comedic geniuses. Come on, you gotta admit that was a good show. Come on. Feelings aside, it was a good show.
It was a good show. Do you know what I mean? It was really, really fun. It was nice to see George again, who we've not seen for a while. But yeah, okay.
Do you remember what the code to the vault is?
I do not. The interns have told me.
Oh, I told everyone what it was.
I can't remember.
Okay, well, I'm going to ask you again next week. It's Bosco.
Okay.
Bosco.
Right.
So remember Bosco.
Anyway, what's in the vault this week?
All right, let me just reach back here and see what we got. Yeah, there we go. Look at this. What do you make of that, Liam?
Is that guy like, what the hell? Is that like half a guy?
Okay, let's see. Get a little bit slower. He looks like Orko.
He does. What?
Right? Look at it. Looks like Orko.
Oh my god, that is brilliant. Where the hell did you find that?
I just stumble across them sometimes. It's like they're meant to be found. You look in, all of a sudden it just grabs your eye, and you know this is the one that's got to be on the show today.
Mm-hmm. I've got to watch that again because that is really weird.
It's freaking Orko from He-Man. If you don't know who Orko is,
Google.
Why don't you know who Orko is? Looks like an Orko delivering a pizza. like a pizza box.
Oh dear, that's brought a little smile. Not much.
Okay. So for this next part of the vault, I want you to know that I made you something.
Oh, okay.
I went into my other personality, the Enlightened one, and I created this for you.
Right. Okay.
Are you an Elton John fan?
I'm an Elton John fan.
All right. So this is an Elton John song sung by the Enlightened one.
Okay. Should we go ahead and play?
Here we go.
Dry, Canada dry. Dry, Canada dry.
What do I gotta do to make you love me? What do I gotta do to make you care? What do I do when lightning strikes me? And awake to find that you're not there. What I gotta do to make you want me? What I have to gotta do to be heard? What do I do to say when it's all over I'm sorry? Sorry seems to be the hardest word. It's sad, so sad, the situation. And it's getting more and more absurd. It's sad, so sad. Why can't we talk it over? Oh, it seems to me that sorry seems to be the hardest word.
He's probably like, I didn't think you could advertise alcohol that much on YouTube.
Dry, Canada dry. Dry, Canada dry. Dry, Canada dry.
And then my head explodes and fizz comes out.
He's gonna fill you up with some of that bubbly and then drench you in maple syrup. I don't know what this is, but imagine I have a maple syrup bottle. Just
That does not look like what you think it looks like. Oh wow. Oh wow. Do you know what? Screw it. Do you know what I mean? If this is what I have to do to end this entire thing, Canada Dry. I'm going to say 2 words, right? And it's not the 2 words you...
Don't say it to me again. I can't take it. It's heard on TV.
I'm sorry.
You know what, Liam? I'm really sorry too. I'm also sorry. This isn't a one-way street.
Mhm.
I didn't think you'd take it personal. And, I know you're a sensitive guy.
I am.
And, I just wanted to get that shirt done, and I wasn't really thinking.
Okay, so I accept your apology. Do you accept mine?
I accept your apology. It's amazing what a little Elton John can do, right?
JP says, "Can we do karaoke on Dynamite After Dark?" Why not? Why not? Well, do you know what? Well, we're 10 minutes in. We've not had some fun. So, do you know what? Should we get into my favorite segment of the show?
Should I put on my safety belt?
Yes, let's do this.
All right.
Here we go.
And we're
This is your captain speaking. I'd like to apologize for the.
I accept your apology.
Oh dear. I see. I got lost for words then. Really, really lost for words.
Well, we were emotional, right?
Exactly. We're an emotional show.
Emotional
So
guys. We're sensitive.
there you go. So this is obviously part of the show where we take a deep, deep, deep dive into the wrestling world. And it's been a busy week in wrestling. Would you agree?
It's been out there. We had some good shows. We had some Dynamite was really good.
Mm-hmm.
Raw was okay.
I love the fact you said Raw was okay, but what's going on, Noob? Thanks for stopping by, as always.
Noob.
Right then, so we've got quite a few stories obviously to talk about. Now, the first one is Taya Valkyrie shows up on AEW. Now, I did a show last year with Mr. Isaac saying that I wanted Taya to get more recognition. Everybody obviously knew she was going to show up, but Canada Dry, thoughts?
I love it. It's good for our hometown Vancouver.
Mm-hmm.
Getting her out there representing, because I was pretty mad when they didn't include Vancouver in their trip.
Mm-hmm.
We have another team tonight on Rampage, the Bollywood Boys.
Ooh, okay.
So they will be in competition tonight. So maybe they bring more and more of these Vancouver wrestlers.
Yeah,
they're gonna want to show up.
Yeah, and obviously the fallout from obviously Taya joining AEW, she lost the Impact Tag Team titles. Obviously, when I saw the match after she showed up on AEW, so I was like, yeah, it's kind of obvious that she's going to drop the titles. But is she going to be the one who obviously defeats Jade?
I don't know if I want it to be her, but it might be. I'm still hoping my Statlander baby comes back and takes it.
Vancouver is in the house.
Woo, woo, woo.
Oh, dear. Hey, guys, the best and only paranormal wrestling show. That is true, Mr. Smith.
What did he say? Hey, what did he say? The only, paranormal wrestling show.
There you go. Did you know that actually the most common second name in the US is actually Smith?
What? Jacob Jingleheimer Smith. That's my name too.
Oh dear, but yeah, I'm obviously excited because I feel like the women's division does need that little bit of a step. I'm enjoying the Outcast type thing. I feel like that's.
I love the Outcasts.
Oh yeah, there's so much.
You take them all by themselves, and they're all kind of boring.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're playing the face role, and it's just like. But then you let them be the badasses that they are, and you get good results.
Mm-hmm. I've got a little comment here for you. Do you want to read this out?
Does Canada Dry have beef with Rich? Because I remember he was a bit mad at him for the comment last week.
Are you mad at Rich?
I don't think so. I don't know. Rich, am I mad at you? I don't think so.
You can't remember. But who knows? Oh, is he froze?
No, I'm not
freezing a lot today.
Is it glitchy?
Dear. It's just normal glitching for you. I just get used to it. No offense.
I'm offended. Start this whole thing up again.
Right then, so we'll move along. We'll stick with obviously the AEW women's division. Saraya gets fined for saying a a nasty word. Now, I actually listened to this
Well, I
back
guess
and I'm
we
like,
can't say it.
we're not going to say it because
We're not
obvious
gonna say
reasons.
it.
We're not going to get.
Uh,
But I got to be honest, this actual word, I'm thinking,
starts with a T though.
there we go. And I'm just thinking, is that word really banned? Because I wasn't too fussed when she said it. But what's your opinion?
Yeah, I didn't know that was a banned word. News to me, right?
There you go. Now, I do believe an emails obviously got sent out around the AEW as well, but apparently, obviously, Saray's took it not on the chin, as they say. So, all right, fair enough. Which
She said I'd say it. I said I don't care. I'd love to say it again. Like that's pretty cool.
Yeah, which makes you wonder, really, if a word like that's banned, what other words? Could it be silly words like we didn't even know about?
Well, now I'm scared to say anything. Thanks.
There you go. We're just got to watch what we say. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. We can usually sneak in a couple swears and not get any problems. But why risk it, right?
James JP says, "Who doesn't like a good usage of insert word?" Dear.
I think the innuendo is more powerful than the actual swear word itself.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Because if you can get that point across without saying it at all, it's a little bit more artsy if you think about it.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, hello. Do you want to shed some light on this one, Karen?
I heard that Natalia Markova isn't currently signed with the NWA. I knew this for a while, but we're not going to say it unless she asks us to say it. But she's not signed to the NWA. She is on a per appearance deal. So that kind of like I don't know if unless she's signed, I don't think they put the belt on her.
That is true. That is a possibility. So, I mean, for me personally, I can't believe she's not actually signed because she's obviously a great talent. She's obviously a big advocate for the show.
I don't understand it at all. She's better than a lot of the people that are signed.
Well, we could actually go down that road, but that's a show for a whole different debate.
Yeah, you could, because once you go down that road, it's not going to stop for a bit. So.
Dear. Right then, so next story we've got is now, originally New Day was rumored to obviously be showing up at WrestleMania, but you obviously have something regarding Kofi Kingston, I do believe.
Yeah, looks like Kofi's injured and will not be competing at WrestleMania. But what about this? Just thought came across my head just now. Mm-hmm. What if that rumor is still true and it's actually Big E with Xavier?
Could be. I don't know, obviously, how close Big E's obviously to returning.
Yeah, I'm not sure on that, but wouldn't that be cool?
That would be awesome. Everybody loves Big E.
You get Xavier to come up the ring by himself, and they're like, "Well, where's your tag team partners?" And all of a sudden, Big E's music plays.
Apparently, it's a broken ankle when it comes to Kofi, I do believe.
Right, it is.
So, but I don't know. I'm kind of sad because thing is with the New Day, they kind of get shoved down your throat a lot. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, if it's not the New Days, it's the Usos. So, but can we say the same thing for maybe FTR and the Young Bucks?
No, but the thing is, I think I prefer FTR. I just like the character, the way they come across. And I don't actually think they get shoved down your throat a little bit. I just think that they go out there, they put on some classic matches. I mean, the matches against the Briscoes comes to mind straight away. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
they're good.
JFB says Big E's still several months out down, but that would be amazing. So he could make an appearance. We're not going to, disgruntle
that. Yeah, he could actually show up at Mania, not wrestling, and just like they could even do a soft little run in or something, where he doesn't have to take any hits or anything.
Possibly, who knows? We shall definitely see because we're not actually far away from WrestleMania, I do believe. Okay, next story we've got is now. Do you remember the golden egg story? I told you about it earlier.
I don't totally remember it, but let's go with it.
Now, apparently, according to some individuals, apparently the original plans were described as way worse. So this made me think, how much worse could you get? To be honest.
So, do you want to just explain what the story was that they botched?
It was, if I remember rightly. I mean, obviously, guys in the comments, let us know if I'm wrong. It's Vince McMahon had a quote unquote a golden egg, and there was a whole mystery where it disappeared, and then that was pretty much it. I lost interest.
Oh, so it was
that.
just like this small little time period where they ran this story about the golden egg, and then it just no explanations to what happened to it.
But yes, but apparently the rumors was it was going to be described as way worse. So it made me think, how much worse could you get about a disappearing egg? I mean,
oh, he must have been having an off day in his creative bubble.
Vince McMahon in an off day.
You remember the time he ate 2 fudge brownies with Chris Jericho?
Oh yeah,
when they both had 2 fudge brownies. I guess he won, but come on.
JP says, "Who books this crap?"
Exactly. Oh wow.
Oh dear. Yeah, but there's not really much about that storyline. I just think it was really bad booking, to be honest. Do you know? It's just one of them where you look back going, did they really do a story about an egg?
Well, they did it before that too, when they had the gobbledygooker come
out. Dear. Yeah, we shall thingy.
What do we have next?
So, a short one here. Now there's obviously a backstage update on Roxanne Perez. Now, we obviously covered the storyline a few weeks ago. Let me just get the thing up here. Now, apparently this is all a quote-unquote an angle. Now, I've got to be honest, as soon as I actually saw the video, I said angle straight away, but yeah.
Kurt Angle would come up with something like this. Jeez.
Yes, he would. Now
you're like, that joke is stupid, Canada. What are you doing?
Dear. But apparently WWE's obviously vague on this whole storyline, so I don't know what to make of this. I mean, your thoughts?
I don't know. This is something they need to move on. I don't like it.
No, I don't think many people are going to like it, but I guess that's the NXT product. I mean, a lot of fans are not actually digging the product.
Yeah, and are you having a lot of people getting chances to do creative that aren't necessarily good at it? So they're there at the bottom of the tier.
Yeah, the only thing when it comes to NXT I'm actually digging at the moment is the Toxic Attraction storyline. I feel like they're going quite good with that, but other than that, I am not actually digging anything.
I'm not gonna dig it, sucker, ever.
I do not look well. I'll take that as a compliment. But...
wow, you're the handsome
devil.
British bulldog, Davey Bull Smith.
Dear. Do we need to eat golden eggs? Well, you could do. You know.
Do you think anyone will ever eat dog poo for the Paranormal Eats?
Well, based on the combinations we'll get to after this, is I never ever know. You know.
You don't know how far this could go. By the way, we're not going to ever show dog poo on the show. Don't worry.
No, we're not. We're not that good. We're not that disgusting.
I don't know if we would lose sponsorship for that.
JP says, I think NXT is doing really well. I'm not disgruntling the product. I mean, I just feel like there's some parts of it where some are better than others, if you know what I mean. That's probably the correct, words to use. But, well, we'll definitely see what the next few weeks brings. So, right, we'll end on something which I didn't know about before we came on the air, which was Bray Wyatt, Canada Dry. Do you want to explain what's the situation here?
So they're saying, originally they were saying that he wasn't going to be at WrestleMania due to creative problems. And then later on the day, it gets changed to he's injured. And that's why he won't be at Mania. And then there's debate on what the injury was. First, it was a sickness.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was something to do with one of his legs. So he had a problem in one of his legs.
Do we think it is creative? Because we've obviously spoke about...
It sounds like it because the story's been just so shitty up till this point. Maybe they were trying to okay, maybe we need to rein this guy in.
Mm-hmm.
And he didn't take that very well. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I do think it is creative because as many fans have obviously, since he's come back, they've all said he's not done nothing to like a note. We could take obviously the pitch black match as some people liked it, some people didn't, but yeah, I don't know really where they're going. Obviously, with the whole Bray Wyatt thing, the Uncle Howdy thing was kind of interesting, but I feel like people.
I feel like maybe they might be screwing it up on him.
Do you reckon?
Maybe they're not doing exactly what he wanted it to be.
Yeah. Do you think he's got like suckered in, so to speak?
Yeah, like they were promising him. This is just theory, right?
Mm-hmm.
They were promising him that he'd be able to be himself and do whatever he needed to do, and then right off the bat, after like LA Knight or something like that, it just gets kind of blurred, and they move the yardsticks and whatnot.
Yeah, I think that's probably the best thing to end on. But that pretty much wraps up all our Galaxy news. So, shall we get onto a segment which has kind of taken off over the past few weeks?
Well,
it's probably one of your favorites, actually.
Let's honor Daniel Smith's dad here.
Mm-hmm.
So Daniel Smith's dad, Lewis Hudnall, is that what it's in? Lewis Hudnall?
Yep, Hudnall.
Yeah, so he died of cancer, and he said that this is his favorite picture of Lewis, his dad, and God bless him. It's hard to lose your dad, especially the cancer. I lost my dad last year to cancer, so I know what. So we just want to say that we're honoring your dad here today on Wrestling with the Paranormal, and may God grant him a rematch in heaven.
I absolutely love that statement. You know what I mean? We use that on every single tribute we play, and yeah, may God give him a rematch in heaven. Well said. Well said. I mean, it is really sad, because obviously you can relate to that. Obviously, using your dad, but
yeah,
wow.
And what I wanted to do there right off the bat, because when I heard that, I was like, I got so much support from AFW chat and AFW Prediction League and just all the guys in F1 Wrestling. They just supported me so well, and so when you realize what that feels like to be supported, you want to extend that out to other people. And so that's like if you are struggling, you have a parent that's dead, it happens. Just let us know, and we'll put a little thing up on the show to honor your parent too.
Absolutely, absolutely. That's for every single show. So that's it. Obviously, Magic of Wrestling, the All Effing Wrestling Show, Wrestling with the Paranormal, and Dynamite After Dark. So yeah, we'll show them on any single show you want.
And maybe coming soon, Wrestling with Recipes with Dollywood. Maybe.
Ooh. Is that in the pipeline now? I know
we've had talks. We've had talks. So now that I've spoken it on one of our shows, it's really going to have to either put some pressure on her, right? Like a pressure cooker. So Wrestling with Recipes, hopefully. Yeah.
And I do believe this is obviously pre-recorded stuff because we don't want to be like watching 4 hours cooking.
Yeah, I think that's what it would be. It'd be pre-recorded and edited, and she would have to put it together like that. But you can do the talking at different times. You could cut in the interviews as well.
Absolutely, absolutely. And JP says, "Don't forget my pop culture movie pod coming soon."
Hurry up with that already, gosh.
Oh dear. Right then, should we get into one of my favorite segments, which just kind of took off over the past few weeks?
Yes, and today,
Paranormal.
There's this one. Can you also show the championship belt?
There you go.
Paranormal Eats championship belt. We're gonna crown someone a champion today.
Yeah, and we've obviously got 2 amazing videos from 2 people.
So you haven't seen either of these, have you?
I've not. So you sent them me. I've loaded them into obviously the machine, and this is going to be the first time I've actually seen them. So which one should we?
So who do we want?
Should we watch George's?
Who do we want to go first?
Let's go George's.
Okay, let's see Georgie boy. See what
Okay,
he brings to the table.
let's go.
What is up, AFW Universe?
Sounds not working.
The Disciple here with Paranormal Eats, or
Hang on, it seems to be a bit laggy. Try again.
what?
Oh, stupid thing.
Bear with us.
What is up, AFW Universe? The Disciple here with Paranormal Eats, or rather, Paranormal Drink. Now, I've been hearing a lot of talk that Hershey syrup, strawberry syrup, and I don't know what kind of orange juice, should we just have this one, is Skittles. So let us make this little concoction. And so now you think I am cheating. There's the orange juice. And now the Hershey strawberry syrup. And I'll go a little more. Alrighty. And give her a little mix. Mix. You need to try this. That is Skittles, 100%. You need to try this. If you are still in denial, you need to try this right now. Anyway, I'll see you all later.
Right, so I've got two things to say about this. Number one, what the hell is happening with his hair? Looks like he just got up.
I don't know. Ever since we had that Satanist stuff come out of him, I don't know. Okay, so what's the other thing?
Well, that doesn't actually sound too bad. I'm going to be honest.
Yeah, but see, here's where it doesn't hit for me. I don't think he understood what the game was.
No, it's Paranormal Eats, not Paranormal Drinks.
Yes, but it's also like two sweet things together. Oh no, not orange and strawberry. Oh. But you know,
dear.
he did present it really well.
Oh yeah, his display there was amazing up there.
Like it did make you want to try it.
It does. I mean, I'm kind of curious to see what that one's actually going to taste
Yeah,
like.
like Skittles. Who doesn't love
Right.
Skittles?
Everyone loves Skittles. Right then, should we get into number two? Now this comes from.
You know, we haven't really mentioned them yet. Backshaves.com.
Okay.
These Paranormal Eats is brought to you by backshaves.com. It's changed my life.
Now,
it's changed my life.
Have you still got the premium package?
I do. And you know what? They had this pretty girl over the other day. She's shaving my back. And she whispers something in my ear.
Right, okay.
Do you know what she whispered?
Go ahead.
Smooth as butter. That's what she whispered in my ear. I couldn't believe it.
Dear. So apparently, when you get the premium package, the a lot more hotter will come to your house. Is that what you're saying?
Well, yeah, you're going to see the more appealing. I want to say this politically correct. The more appealing they are, you know, it's just I don't want to sound like a sexist or anything like that, but you're getting a nice view. Okay.
Okay. We'll go with that. We'll move along so we don't get like sued.
Yes.
Now this next one comes from Michael Smith. Now I'm going to be honest. Week in and week out, he's sent some sort of concoction. I don't know what he's got lined up.
Well, I
this
know
time.
he said to me. He said I should have been the champion this whole time. Why am I only getting a shot now? So he's feeling like a Ric Flair type.
Yeah, let's see what he's come up with.
Michael Smith here. This week on Paranormal Eats, I have some tuna and a piece of chocolate. That one almost made me throw up, like, seriously.
Wow.
That is that made me laugh. I gotta say, that made me laugh.
That is brilliant.
Do I look like Brett? Do
Apparently so.
I? Yeah, that chocolate and tuna.
That just sounds disgusting. I'm going to be honest.
But I gotta say, Caleb's been going around telling everyone they have no balls.
Ooh, okay.
So I can tell you this: Mike Smith has balls, Caleb. So
There he
don't
is.
pick on him. He's got balls. He ate tuna and chocolate.
Yeah, he's done one week in and week out. So, I mean, for me personally, I'm not just saying this, but he's been consistent, do you know what I mean? Week in and week out. So for me, I would actually.
So who are you going to go with here? Are you going with Georgie Porgy Pudding and Pie?
I'm going
Or
to
are you
go
going with
for
Michael Smith?
I'm going to go for Michael Smith for two reasons. Number one, the concoction just sounds absolutely disgusting. George, I don't think he understood the actual thing. It's called Paranormal Eats, not Paranormal Drinks, but it's still a good,
Well, yeah,
combination.
you can do drinks. You can do drinks as long as they're weird.
Yeah. So, what were you saying?
I think. What do you guys think in the comments? Who do you think should win? Should it be George or should it be Michael Smith? Who should be the champion, the first Paranormal Eats champion?
Let us know in the comments. Because we're still
I need
debating
at
it.
least one comment. Come on, guys.
Okay.
We're gonna sit here all day until you give us a comment. We're not.
And we've got one. And we've got one already. It's from JFB, and he says
Michael should win. Okay, so we got two Michaels.
Yeah.
I think with my Michael, it's a squish match.
Michael, Judge Graham says Michael.
Oh, George got demolished in this. No one voted for George. Not one George.
Not a single George.
No, everyone likes that. Michael Smith, show that belt again.
Congratulations to Michael Smith. He is the Paranormal Eats World Champion.
Oh, yes, but now he's got to defend that every week.
He has. But you know what?
You know what? He even made one with one. I didn't get it from him, but he had one with a nameplate, and he put Michael Smith already on it. So he's pretty much owning this. He's the champ we want.
He's bigging himself up a bit, though, isn't he?
Yeah, that's awesome, though. I love it.
There you go. Right then, so we've covered everything else. Shall we get into the main event? Or as we call it, story time.
Story time with Liam and Adam.
That actually made me jump. I've always got to remember that can actually make you jump.
I have never met anyone who gets frightened from pixel from a 16 gig video game.
Oh dear! Right then, so this week we're covering. Hey, that was a good games console back in the day.
Did you know that it was called the Genesis in North America?
Yes, the Sega Genesis, if I remember rightly.
Yeah. I think the Mega Drive sounds pretty cool, though.
There you go.
We need to have a video game. We need to have a video game paranormal show somewhere.
Anyway, so
today we're talking.
Hey, you don't ever know.
Fear.
Wrestling with the games.
What? What?
You're really glitching a lot today.
Oh, okay. I don't know what's going on. Can you hear me now? Is everything good?
I can hear you fine. You just really, really glitchy.
Okay. I guess we'll just as long as you hear me, that's fine. That's all we need, right?
There you go. So today's story is probably one which, as soon as the name title, I'm thinking, okay, what's this about? And it's called Fear the Sphere. Now that's a mouthful.
Yeah, Fear the Sphere. Now this is about the Bette sphere. It's named the Bette sphere because it's the family that owned it.
Mm-hmm.
And so originally, on March 1974, there's a wildfire in the Bette's family farm or family property. And the family went out the next day to look at the damage after the fire's all done. And there in the middle of the property, in this burnt part of ground, it's all burnt up there, is this beautiful, shiny silver sphere. And so the dad, his name's Anton, and the wife her name's Jerry. And so they also had a son there, 21-year-old Terry. He wondered if the spear could have caused the fires. That he was smart. He's thinking already. So he's wondering if the sphere actually caused the fire. But that fear went away really quickly because all of a sudden they're handling it and they're feeling, and they're like, oh, it's the size of a bowling ball and it's the weight of a bowling ball.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're sitting there talking, handling it, passing it around. And they realize that it's not a cannonball. It's something else. So they take it home, and they decide that they are just going to move along and forget about it.
Yeah.
And then they're a little bit of time later, 3 weeks to be exact from when they find it, they're playing guitar and they're hanging out, the two buddies, Terry and his friend, and they're just enjoying a good time. They're playing the guitars, they're jamming out, and then they notice that the sphere is rocking out to their jam session. Like, can you imagine this?
Say that again, just so I just understood what you just said.
So as they are playing the guitars, they notice the sphere rocking out back and forth to their guitar music. Can you imagine that? Like, they're thinking they're high or something, and they're like, "Whoa, dude, is that thing totally just like rocking back and forth to our?" Like, can you imagine that?
You'd be tripping. You're like, wait, is that moving? Is that me?
So I guess they were sure they were tripping, right?
Yeah.
So, this is the 70s. They're definitely smoking weed. They're definitely.
Yeah. Or as the saying goes, the mind's playing tricks on them.
Yeah. So they get closer to this thing, and as they get closer and they're playing out the guitar together, the thing's rocking back and forth like rock and roll. It's rocking forward and then rolling. So literally rock and roll. Like, this is no joke. It's doing some rock and roll.
What the? I can just imagine like just somebody there like rocking out and just a ball going doot, 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 doot.
So this leads them to doing more tests. And they're doing the tests like they're putting it, they begin to put in a hammer on it, and then it rings like a bell.
Mm-hmm.
And then they shake it, and it makes a weird humming sort of sound. And then they shake it again, and then they put it on the ground, and it moves forward on its own and does an arc around the room and comes back to its original spot.
Right, okay. There's definitely something not right there.
Yeah, so then they're like, okay, how else can we try this? So they shook it, and they put it on the coffee table, and it went all around the coffee table without falling off, mind you.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, returns to its original spot. And they're like, okay, how else can we do this? So they tilt the coffee table up, shake it, put it on the coffee table, and it climbs the coffee table as they're holding it up.
What the hell? This just sounds really,
And it
really
returns
weird.
to its real spot. It defies gravity.
Mm-hmm. The I'd, yeah, I'm actually speechless
I'm
here.
lost for words, right?
I'm lost. I do not know what to say.
This thing is it's weird.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing is the dog is deathly afraid of it.
Right. Okay.
So that sets alarm bells off for me. The
Yeah,
dog is
because
afraid of it. You got to trust the animals.
yeah, the reason for that is as well as we just mentioned there, animals are not stupid. They're really, really smart. So if they're scared to go with it, there's obviously something there.
Yeah, there's a reason for that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let me just look at our notes here. So they decide that they want to contact the media and let them know. So they get the damn it, where the hell? Anyways, they get the Post Media News, I think it's called, Florida, someplace. They're in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
So they get this guy to come look at it from this paper, and he comes and he's looking at it. They hand it to him. He's not. They're trying to tell him all the stuff that's been happening, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they totally. He's all acting weird. He's thinking that this isn't legit, and they decide to shake the sphere up, and they hand it to him. He's like, "What do I do with this?"
Right.
And they put it on the ground, and it does its thing. It does a full move forward. It does the big arc around and returns right to his feet where he put it.
Do you think it's magnetized or some sort of magnet, so to speak? This is the first thing
Seemed like it could have magnets going on. Maybe magnets are inside. Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
But those are be some pretty strong magnets.
Oh yeah, I mean, but the thing is, with magnets, you can get really, really powerful ones. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but so they have Dr. J. Allen Hynek. He asked to borrow it, and they don't want to give it to him for experiments because they don't want to lose control of this thing. Because like it's all of a sudden starts getting some media hype. People are wondering if it is from a government experiment. The national media, everyone's wondering, like, what is this? Is this a Soviet thing? Is this a UFO? What is it? And people all over across the country are asking these questions. So then something weird starts happening. You get short bursts of strange music in the middle of the night.
Mm-hmm.
An organ-like music that could grow to a deafening sound. That's weird. Now it's playing music in the middle of the night.
Especially organ music, I've always found that like really, really creepy.
Yeah. So what do you think about this? Like, I'll make the tag now.
Thank you. The music thing really, really freaky. I mean, it's not just playing any type of music; it's playing what was described as otherworldly music, and I just feel like when you just say that as a whole, it's like, ooh, wow, just
that'd be like something from a creepy, dark movie, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I've always found organs when it comes to music really, really creepy, just because you know the actual sound, but. Obviously playing throughout the house now. I do believe it plays it like quiet, but then it like fades out. Is that correct?
You know, it'd be worse than the organ though. If it played the bagpipes.
Oh, that I would absolutely brick it. You know,
it's funny because you're either a really good bagpipe player or you're a bad bagpipe. Like there's no in between. There's no like average bagpipe players.
Oh dear, yeah, that's definitely a really, really weird one. So. Now, because of all this, like everything what's happening, a lot of things started happening in the house. Now, the family is obviously kept awake by what was described as interior doors and slamming. So whatever's going off this actual sphere, it's now manifesting within the house, which is just really, really creepy. That if something of like so small could be so impactful.
Yeah, why is this much like? Okay, you got the dog, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who's freaked out by this thing. Now you got the music, strange music, and the door slamming in the middle of the night. How is this not like a haunting?
No, this is definitely something. Do you know what I mean? It's
Like,
really, really weird.
Evil, right?
Yes, I said evil straight away. Obviously, when we heard the story. So now, because of all this, what was happening, the lack of sleep, the actual worry, Jerry Bette obviously agreed for the sphere to be taken away for analysis. Now, you mentioned in your part there that she was asked originally, but she declined.
I think what was going on here is the wife's classic. Oh, what's his name? Antoine. Oh, Antoine, do something, Antoine. Well, I guess we'll send it off for experiments, Jerry.
Dear. Now, apparently apparently the government was the best place to assist them. Now, they took this sphere to Navy Air Station in Jacksonville. Now,
home of AEW.
There you go. That's the first thing I said. Now the technicians wasn't able to break what was quoted as the exterior. Now they used a X-ray machine, but apparently it wasn't powerful enough. So they've got the X-ray machine, and it's just not passing through. So there's definitely something, there.
Yeah.
What do you?
Yeah, it was crazy. They like find out that it's like something similar to steel.
Yes. So eventually, using what was described as a powerful spectrographic device, a report was obviously made for the actual the quote-unquote object. Now, the detailed report showed it was half an inch thick with compound similar to steel, and the interior contained two small spheres inside. Which
Can you see JFP's comment?
Yes, sure.
Is the sphere all elite? Let's show a picture of the sphere again.
Have we got the image of that? This one?
Yes. Why do we get the image that they like maybe made love around the sphere?
I don't want to actually think of that image. I'm sorry, but I don't.
The sphere's in the bed with them. They're like, oh baby. Puts a little lube on the sphere.
Oh dear. Now apparently. Dear. Screw you, Canada. But now apparently the sphere, the balls inside moved freely within the actual ball.
Sorry. The sphere is now a sexual thing for me.
We're never going to get this done, are we?
We will.
Now, apparently we'll get there. Now, apparently the balls inside were able to move freely, but it still was connected. Oh dear. I'm just going to move on to next. I'm just going to move on to the next segment.
Let's move along.
Now, after this, it was obviously passed on to Omega-1 Institute, and a man known as Dr. Carl Wilson was a local scientist. Now, obviously, his findings fueled a little bit more speculation. Now, this was described as a powerful magnetic field. Now, remember we said that was it a magnet involved? Now, he discovered that there was obviously a powerful magnetic field within this actual sphere.
Right.
And it was also described as radio waves, which that actual comment there really confused me. What do you think?
Yeah. And that kind of is an interesting thing because while it's technology, it's almost kind of spiritual thing too.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Really?
It's weird.
Really, really weird. Now, after this, it was obviously passed on to Dr. Hynek. Now, you wanted to analyze this sphere again. Now, earlier on, you said that he obviously analyzed it as well. Was
Yeah,
that
he
correct?
asked about it.
Remember?
He asked about it, and they said no. And now he's finally getting his shot.
Yep. Now, in 1974, August, Antoine and Jerry obviously passed the sphere onto the Hynek and obviously the scientists. Now, following close analysis, nothing was found regarding the sphere. So this is what really confused me is we've had 3 specialists from different backgrounds obviously analyze the actual sphere, but they've all come up with like different, results. This is the weird part I don't get.
Yeah, it's almost like maybe it's evolving as it's going. It's a possibility.
Yeah. Now, because of all this, obviously the press coverage obviously shot through the roof, but this was all negative. So obviously at the start it was all positive, but now it's kind of like turned south. Witnesses claim that the sphere was obviously different type things. So one was described as an industrial item for cleaning purposes. Now, it's one thing to point out that apparently this specific item that they were obviously describing, the similarities to this actual sphere kind of match, if you know what I mean. Do you know everything?
Well, minus like a lot of the other parts, like there's no hole in it, and like if you saw what it was, it looked a much different industrial sort of look. So it fits, but it doesn't fit. If you know what I mean.
That's correct. That's correct. And others claimed it was described as kinetic art from New Mexico in 1971. I don't see this being art, do you?
No, I don't think you could just, maybe just to skip ahead a bit. I believe what was going on here is they were trying to discredit this item to cover it up. And if you shame it, people are gonna be like, "Oh, that's National Enquirer stuff over there," and then that was their way to shut him down, I think.
Well, it's funny you say that because after all this negative media thing kind of like transpired, the Bette's family and this fear actually disappeared due to all this actual backlash. So they basically I won't say moved. They've probably moved away, Joe, because there was so much backlash. But to this day now, nobody knows where the actual sphere is and where the family is. This is creepiest.
Yeah, I don't want that sphere near me at all. I don't.
No, I don't. But the interesting thing is, do you think things started happening once it was obviously removed from the actual household?
Yeah, and it's weird. Like, you get like Men in Black and stuff like that, and they tell you don't say anything about it. So it's almost like maybe it used its powers to kind of shut everyone down.
Mm-hmm. And that's pretty much it. Now, I've obviously got some theories on this. So do you want to go through these?
Yes, let's do it.
Let's do it. So one of the theories was apparently it's fallen from the heavens and the impact caused the bushfire, which you obviously spoke about in your part.
Yeah, I think that's very probable that thing started the fire.
You know that the impact, when it's like just shut down?
That's the one I'm leaning more towards.
Now, the other one was it's from a extraterrestrial device, like quote unquote a probe. That's another one.
Yeah.
Anti-gravity drives. So like some sort of like equipment, from like a spacecraft.
That one's interesting too.
And the last one is a lunar vehicle. So
yeah, I'm not buying that.
No, I'm kind of leaning towards like the probe type one, I personally think.
Yeah, listen, I don't know 100% because it's weird to me that it's acting more like a demon than a freaking.
Yeah.
Like to me, it seems more like an evil spirit than an alien thing.
I definitely think there's a magnetic force there, because obviously the way it moves.
Okay, I'm jumping way out on a limb here.
Okay.
What if some witches or warlocks who are into some sort of weird occult magic.
Mm-hmm.
They make this device and cast some spells on it,
Could be.
and it is powered by evil energy.
Possibly. I mean,
This is just me out on a freaking limb, all right?
that is a plausible one. That is a really plausible one. But yeah, that pretty much wraps the story up. But who would have thought that a sphere so much had really creeped the family out? Obviously, we did doors.
To me, Liam,
Mm-hmm.
this thing, it hasn't even done anything that much. It did some music, it did some slamming some doors, but for me, it's the potential that this thing could cause havoc with. Like, that's to me what it is.
Yeah, you make a valid point there. Like you just said, that it's not done anything. Like, it's not hurt anybody. It's not like injured anybody. It's just more like it's made some music. It's made.
You know what it is? More like taunting people, just like. I failed to mention actually that it is possibly powered by sunlight. It would go faster and longer when it had been in the sun. So that was one of the things, the test that they had done.
Yeah, but there's definitely something
like Superman stuff there, man.
We've got fallen Superman there. Wow.
Yeah, powered by the sun.
Do you know, we obviously covered a lot of stories. Obviously, we've done the werewolves, we've done the witches, but this, for me, is probably one of the creepiest because there's so much you could debate about it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's just a freaking sphere, but it's like what is behind the sphere that kind of just creeps you out.
And where's it from? That's the other one as well.
Yeah.
So, but
yeah, you know what I'm looking forward to? You know what I'm looking forward to?
Okay.
I'm looking forward to knowledge is power.
Of course, this is our favorite segment we call Knowledge is Power. Now, as always, we like to educate on the show. Do you know what I mean?
I love to educate.
Oh dear. So, Canada Dry, what could kids learn from today's show?
All right. Come close, kids. It was me, guys. I was the sphere the whole time. I feel betrayed. What about you, Liam?
I'm absolutely insulted.
And peppered, too. So, kids, come close. All right. Hear me out. You know, you guys have a sleepover, maybe at a friend's house, and, you know, staying up watching some dirty movies. Don't be watching those dirty movies. Now, you go out in the backyard and you see the sphere has come out of nowhere and it's like burnt the ground. Now, you might be tempted to take it inside and give it a home and maybe play some rock music with it. But do not play with the sphere. Just ignore it and maybe it'll roll along. There's your knowledge is power moment.
That is. I like that one. Do you know what I mean? That's really, really good. Do you know what I mean?
Thank you very much. It means a lot coming from a guy like you.
Of course. Now I'm going to go down a different route altogether. Right. So kids, come closer. Right. You know what I mean? I'm going to go off topic completely. Now, do you know what I mean? You got all your friends. You know what I mean? You've got friends of all ages, all different backgrounds and stuff like that. And there's going to be times where you get angry. Do you know what I mean? They'll say stuff they don't mean. You might get really upset about what they said. But here's the thing, though, right? Friends are always going to be there for you. Do you know what I mean? They'll be there for you from thick and thin. They'll be there when you're down. They'll be there to make you laugh. They'll be there to pick you back up. And yeah, kids, keep your friends close.
And then when you're old, they'll change your diapers for you.
That is true. And that is knowledge is power. So anyway, what we got on the show Sunday?
Oh my goodness. We got the Bret Hart tribute show, brother. We're going to have pink writing on the show. We're gonna have Bret Hart symbols everywhere. We're gonna have a Bret Hart joke of the week. Oh, it's gonna be crazy. Everything's Bret Hart.
So it's a tribute show to Bret Hart.
Yes.
And there you go.
Did you know that he is my favorite wrestler?
I did not know that.
You didn't know that?
I didn't have a clue.
Yeah, JFB's favorite wrestler too.
Of course.
And Jeremy's favorite wrestler as well.
We can see why. He's a very, very big wrestler. So, Yep, so you've obviously got Bret Hart tribute show. I've got, with the lovely Dollywood, she obviously making an appearance tomorrow with another special guest. I won't tell you who that is, but...
he's excited. He's excited to come on.
He is, bless him. But do you know what? We're covering celebrities. Do you know what I mean? Apparently, this is one of Dollywood's favorite things. She likes celebrities, so we're going to be talking about...
So is this person a celebrity in their own right?
In his own head, yes.
In his own head. Well, me and you are celebrities in our own heads, too, so...
There you go. So, yeah, that's tomorrow.
We're like minor celebrities.
Yeah, that's on the show tomorrow, and we will be releasing after the show our April 2023 date. So stay tuned for that.
So Liam, what would you do if somebody asked you for your autograph just on the street from like watching the shows or whatever?
Phil, first of all, I'd be shocked. I'm like, me? I'd be like, is this a wind up? Do you know what I mean? But yeah. I think after that, I'd be like, no, yeah, of course I would. There you go. eBay.
That would be a trip.
That would be a trip. What about you?
I would question reality as well.
This has been a fun show. Do you know what I mean? We're 107 minutes.
Yes. It's been a roller coaster, this one. And all thanks to the Enlightened One song, it changed everything.
That was brilliant. I love it, by the way.
Some interesting vocal chords. He kind of sounds like maybe as if Oscar the Grouch was singing to you or something.
It was brilliant. I just couldn't know it, laugh and smile, and I'm like, here we go. But yeah, amazing show. Don't forget, if you don't want to see us, you don't want to see Canada Dry glitching, you don't want to see my ugly face, this will be on Spotify tomorrow, so you can listen back.
Yes. So yeah, we got some stuff we want to promote. We got some shirts, right?
Of course. So don't forget you can head to effingwrestling.com. You can find all our social medias on there. We're on Twitter, we're on Facebook, we're on YouTube. We're
pretty much everywhere.
There you go. You like t-shirts? We've got plenty of t-shirts. You can get to prowrestlingtees.com/effingwrestling. You can buy yourself the All Effing Wrestling shirt, which is modeled by the
Markova. Woo-hoo-hoo.
Wow, I love that little voice there. You can buy yourself the All Effing Wrestling shirt. You can get the Wrestling with the Paranormal shirt, which is modeled by Canada Dry there. We've got a new little shirt coming out, which is probably one of my favorites, which is Effing Wrestling.
I'm checking the mail every day, waiting for my shirts. I'm excited to get my Blue Blast on and my Purple Drank.
Have they not turned up yet?
No, it's should be here this week, hopefully.
Of course. And of course, Canada Dry, do you want to tell everybody about the Adrian Adonis?
Oh, of course. And if you like old school wrestling, and we know you do, visit ProWrestlingTees/Adrian Adonis. I love that adorable Adrian Adonis. That's my favorite shirt of his.
This is an amazing shirt, by the way. I love it.
I don't own it yet, but I will.
Of course. You're going to have a wardrobe full of every single shirt you've designed.
Yeah, I have a lot of effing wrestling shirts. So but when I get these Kool-Aid shirts, I guess we can't call it Kool-Aid, but we get these cult shirts. That's really the word that it is. Drink the Kool-Aid, bitch.
There you go. So, on behalf of me, the magician, Canada Dry, any final words from Canada Dry?
I think there's something about remember to just keep fighting.
Wait a second. How long have you been there?
Did you ever know that you're my hero? Did you ever know you're my best friend? You are the wind beneath my wings.
Enlightened one, thank you so much for that. And do you know what? I'm not going to do any list or anything. So, yes, I'm just going to end the show on that.